He's on my shelf, right? Elf on my shelf. The whole lot of crap in the backseat of my car. I mean, there's worse things, right? I mean, I'm very grateful to have a car. And we found this little elf on a shelf in a bin, of all things. It's really weird. I don't know why you were chucked away. It's really weird. I don't know. But I like him. I've never had an elf on the shelf before. I don't know, you're supposed to put it on a shelf and then take photos of it every day. I just drag it around on adventures with me. So, unlike, well, not unlike today, like today, we're going on an adventure. But we've got a different story today. Not a different story. We're going to tell a different thing. Let's put you in here because we are driving, and in Australia, you cannot be operating a vehicle without, um, yeah, we're touching the hand, like touching the phone. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. So I've been trying to leave the house for hours. I have no idea where I've been and what I've been doing. Actually, no, I do. It's the Christmas season, right? It's like, it's not manic, but like, there's a lot going on, right? It's the season, there's parties, there's this, we're ending up work, where orders, all these things are happening, right? Oh, and there's one thing I've just remembered I have to do. But that's good. I'll get it done today. So just finishing off my routine, pouring myself a cup of tea for the road, because we've got a roadie, right? So I love a black tea while I'm driving. So I have a top up here. There we go. That'll be nice and warm now. So we can drive and chat. And let's talk about the topic of holiday stress. And I know it's the stress you put on yourself, right? And that looks like Mike. Hey, Mike, how you going? Good morning. Yeah, good afternoon for you. I sound like a teacher. Good afternoon. So, guys, just to be clear, when I'm driving, I can't actually read the chat very well, guys. And you don't really want me to read the chat very well because you want me to concentrate on driving, right? So, but people that drop into the live will think that I'm rude because I'm not acknowledging them, which I know is, really important to do when you're doing a live. But a lot of the times when I do these horizontal lives, they don't gather a lot of traction anyway because they're horizontal. I know what it is, but if you do a horizontal live, I don't know if you've noticed this, Mike, if you do a horizontal live, or anyone watching this live, if you do a horizontal live, it doesn't get people to the stream straight away. No. If you do a vertical live, you get people to the stream not straight away, but like after about 5-10 minutes. Then I've got another hello there. Oh, I don't know. Is it Evie? Evie Edens. It's Evie. So Evie, I was just saying, and that I'm doing a vertical live while I'm driving, and so I can't actually see the chat very well. And you don't want me to see the chat very well because you want me to drive, right? In Australia, you can't touch the phone, and so I'm concentrating on driving and on the road, obviously, instead of looking at the chat. So yeah, that's why I'm not really acknowledging people. And if there's anything to be said, put it in capitals. That's probably the best way to gather my attention. And put it in like 2 or 3 words, because otherwise I can't catch it. And if I'm turning the corner, I definitely can't catch it because it covers straight over the live. So guys, I've got a topic I wanted to talk about today. And look, I don't have the solution, of course. I am not a counsellor or any of descriptions, right? I'm just me, Dora, sharing my experience, mainly on lives, because I like live streaming. And I like watching live streams. I was watching Evie this morning. It was lovely. And, the whole crew were there. Mike was there. Sally was there. Kathleen was there. Paula was there. God, the whole team was there. Cheryl. It was lovely. I love being, it's nice to do a live, but it's also nice to be in the chat, right? Because you get to experience it in a different way. So, it's been nice. It's nice to come home. Obviously, when I'm on holidays, it was live mania. It was definitely live mania. I think I did 33 lives, guys. 33 lives in like 8 days. Yeah. I know, I'm crazy, I know. But anyway, my topic today was or is holiday stress. I talk about holiday stress is because, Alfie is like, what the hell is going on, right? Here we go. Well, that's probably not a very good view for Alfie. Alfie's like, what is going on, Dora? Like, you're running me ragged. Like, I get pulled from this way and I get pulled from that way and I'm pulled this way and chucked that way and I'm just chucked around. So, like, I am no one special. Everyone's feeling the same thing. I'm sure it's the holiday stress. So what do we do, right? Because, like, it's not good for us, right, to be stressed. Like, our bodies don't like it. Whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter, right? But I'm a female, so I've got a female perspective, right? Sorry, Mike, or another male watching this. But, but Mike, you have children, you have daughters, you have, family that are female, right? And friends that are female. So it doesn't matter if I talk male, if I'm male or female, right? It's all the same, right? Kinda. But like we're all going through, the holiday season. Regardless if you celebrate Christmas or whatever you want to call it, right? It's still a busy time of year. People are stressed. People in the car parks are like manic. I hate going to shopping centres at this time of year. It's ridiculous. People are so angry. People are like hunting down the car parks like it's hilarious. Like, not hilarious, but it's just that time of year, right? And you've got to give people wide berth. So, like, I've said that a few times. Like, if someone honks you, don't honk them back. And don't even give them a finger. Just don't even acknowledge it, right? Someone said Cheryl's the best. Or was it Cheryl there? I'm not sure. No, Cheryl's there. Hello, Cheryl. So yeah, like it's a horrible time of year for a lot of people. A lot of people have lost people at this time of year. Like I was watching, do you know, a lot of us will know the same people, right? Julie Scott, Julie something Scott, Julie something, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Julie, right? She was saying on her Vlogmas that this time of year, it's, her brother died. I think it was Robert died. It's a sad time of year. And it was like 4 years ago that he died. And she started, Vlogmas is tied up with that because she started doing Vlogmas and then her brother died and she stopped doing Vlogmas. So, it's a reminder this time of year that her brother died, right? And I'm sure there's other people that have passed this time of year of natural causes. And then there's obviously, mental health causes why people might not be here too. This time of year is notorious for mental health and people not wanting to be here, right? And doing things that, aren't all right. So I just think it's a message to check on your friends, check on your family members, have a heart. As much as you are manic, like I'm talking about myself, like as much as I'm running around, but remember, Dora, you are a daughter, you're a sister, you're an aunt, you're a friend. You've got many friends here on YouTube, but I've got many real friends too, right? I'm not saying that you guys aren't real friends, but like I have real life friends here too. Don't forget them. Like, I think it's really important, like when we're on YouTube, that we get, I'm not saying sucked, I'm saying that's probably the wrong word, but like I'm saying that we're all part of this lovely community and it's so beautiful. But the other side of it is that don't just spend all your time on YouTube, right? It's lovely that we've made these amazing connections here. Like I've made some wonderful friends here. Like, Debbie Sue, I just see her name be there. Be careful, Mike. Mike, what's going on? What are you doing? Be careful, Mike. Mike's one of those people. I love Mike. Mike's a great dude. Mate. All of you guys are great. I mean, I've got 7 people watching this. I don't know who you are. I mean, I think there's Cheryl, there's Mike, there's Debbie Sue. I didn't know who else popped in there. But, you guys know I can't read the chat very well. And I'm not going to read the chat because I'm concentrating on driving and having a cup of tea. But I felt myself this morning just like, I started my morning well. I didn't have Pilates today, guys, and I was like, okay, that might be my opportunity to go do a silent live because, when I don't have Pilates, I think it's a kind of a bonus day of exercise, and then I could do that silent live that I've been doing. And then I thought, you know what? I have a few things on Mutiara. So Mutiara is my real name. You guys know that. So when I'm talking about myself, I mostly talk about, Mutiara this, Mutiara that. Sometimes I add a Dora in, depending on the day. But, call me Dora, call me Mutiara, call me Hey You. I answer to anything, right? I have many nicknames. But Dora is a name that I am quite well known for in my friend group here, in my real friend group too. It's a name that was given to me when I was backpacking. So this morning I woke up, I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. I don't work on a Friday at the moment. I'm about to fill it up, don't you worry. But I'm like, slow down, Dora. Slow the fuck down. Do your meditation. Do your routine. Look after you. Look after your mental state, right? Like, this up here is so important, right? I mean, your body's important, yeah, but if this is not clicking right, the clogs aren't going around right, freak, things are just going to go AWOL, right? So meditation seems to be my way of, helping the clog better. um, so I do a 10-minute meditation first thing I wake up in the morning. First thing. I've been beating my alarm by about half an hour, which is great. But I'll wake up, don't look at my phone, scroll. I do look at YouTube because I have to look at my to get my meditation up. So I do meditation motivation with Marie, free 10-minute guided meditations, and I might see there's notifications. I don't look at them. Like, don't look, Mutiara. Don't look. It's not important. YouTube is not your life, Mutiara. Life is where you are right now, right? YouTube is a fun thing I do, and I love doing it, but it's not that important. Meditation, looking after yourself first, is really important. So I did my 10-minute meditation. I feel great. I love my meditation, and I've got to say, guys, I've been doing meditation on off for years. I ended up getting diagnosed with high blood pressure about 6 years ago, and it was because I wasn't looking after myself. I was drinking too much red wine. I was too stressed. Started being self-employed for the first time. It was very stressful, trying to make a living for yourself. And I was using alcohol as my numbing, thing at night time to deal with the stress. I probably wasn't eating properly. I wasn't exercising properly. I put on a lot of weight. Of course, my blood pressure went up, through the roof. And of course, I got got 2 tablets to, to control it. And that should have been my kick up the ass to go, like, address something in your life, Dora. Like, stress is not good for you, right? But no, I didn't. I just kept on doing me, right? And alcohol has been my way of coping, but I don't drink alcohol as much as I used to now, guys. And Monday to Friday, you don't catch Dora drinking alcohol. It's not like it's like a rule, like I can't drink alcohol on Monday to Friday. But it's just that I think that I function better if I'm not drinking alcohol. So yeah, so that's what I have to find other ways of dealing with my stress, right? And exercise seems to be my way of dealing with stress. But you guys have watched me. I am all or nothing. I have a lot of energy, which I'm very, very grateful for. Very, very grateful. Thank you, universe. But that comes along with the fact that I might over exercise too. Like, I will not just walk your 10,000 steps. Dora will walk, 12,000 steps, right? I don't know who she's having a competition with. No idea. But anyway, so yeah, I am. And then, like, it's not okay to just have one adventure, Dora. You can have 2 adventures. Like the other day, I posted a video my last night, your morning, I don't know. So there's a new Vlogmas out featuring Elf on a Shelf, an adventure. But funnily enough, guys, that video is only 3-4 minutes long. I did 2 adventures. My adventure, like, I can just go on random event, like, I'm delivering books. That's what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm delivering my dad's books. So this is not a job I have. This is just a love job I do. My late father wrote a book called The Dictionary of Botanical Names. And so Cheryl's just talking about alcohol and how it piles on the weight. Oh, massively piles on the weight. I'm sorry I can't really watch read the chat. But you guys, the whole idea is just, is get the conversation going. Regardless if you guys are listening to me, I don't care. I'm just talking to myself. But like, and that will come to another point soon, why I'm doing this. So yeah, I'm delivering books. My dad wrote a book called The Dictionary of Botanical Names. He was pretty much a botanist, very into plants and environment, and he's no longer with us, but his legacy keeps on going with the fact that his book is still getting printed. We self-print it, myself and my half-sister, when I go down to Sydney and see. So yeah, we had many business discussions over wine, just saying, or beer, on our holiday. And we're just so proud of my dad, and that his book is still selling. So I did some telemarketing this week. I love telemarketing, guys. That's my sales background in the background. I love cold calling and telemarketing. I don't know, it's weird, eh? I do feel like I need to go back to sales somehow. But anyway, I did a bit of a ring around. It is really late for doing Christmas orders, so I just did a ring around to the companies around my Brisbane area, because I thought, you know what, if they want some books, I can deliver them myself, and then I can do some adventures, right? Guess what we got a delivery for, guys? In Mullaney. And guess what's in Mullaney? My mum. Yes, my mum's in Mullaney, so we're going to see my mum. But platypuses are in Mullaney, and guys, you know how much I love platypuses, and I love nature, I love animals, right? And seeing animals in wildlife is just another level. And Elf on the Shelf's never seen that. So let's show him a platypus. Though I won't take him with me. I'll just leave him in the car. Shh, don't tell him that. So anyway, there's a lot going on. This morning in my head, I did my meditation. Then I went, no, stop. Do your meditation. Don't scroll on your phone, because I wanted to see what was going on with my video that I posted last night. It's not important, Dora. It is not important how that video went, right? I know it's not going to go viral, man. I know that. I slapped it together in like an hour, which is good, because I wanted to slap it together in an hour, because I'm notoriously edit for too long. I over edit. So anyway, I was like, read your book, Dora. I'm like, no, but I need to go to Mullaney. I need to deliver these books. When am I going to do that? Am I going to do it this weekend? Am I going to do it today? Can I do it Monday? No, I'm working on Monday. All these things are starting to tick over in my head. Like, you started to wake up, right? And that's when I'm like, oh, frack. So I haven't got Pilates this morning. I need to exercise. Like, my routine is to exercise in the morning. So my head's already going, click, 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 stress, 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 stress. Not good for you, right? Not good for you. So I'm like, fuck that all off. Do something for yourself, Dora. So I read my book, because that's my routine. In the morning, I meditate, and then I read my book lying in bed. So I'm reading my book. I'm drinking water. So you guys know that after 75 hard, I'm still doing lots of water. I'm drinking about 3 litres of water, which is about 3/4 gallon. I love drinking water. So while I'm reading my book, I'm drinking my water, and I'm still reading a book called, what's it called? A Better You by Friday. And it's actually really, really interesting. The chapter I'm up to is talking about your love languages. And it's very, very interesting. Like, if you're in a relationship, or if, friends and family, and looking at people's love languages. And I'll be interested in the chat. Does anyone know what their love language is? I'm not particularly sure what my love language is. I think I'm a combination of a few different love languages. But it's very interesting. I think I want to do a live about love languages. I think it's really important, because I think many relationships can get lost with love language. Not that I'm a guru or anything, but I just thought, if I read some passages out to you in the book and talk about each love language, you can identify which love languages you are, and then maybe you want to have the conversation with your own partner about it, what their languages are. And I've been having conversations with my partner, Diego, about it, and working out what his love language is, and my love language, and just to talking about it, to have a better relationship, right? Because again, if you have better relationships, you're less stressed, right? Because that is a big thing. Relationships can stress you, right? I mean, a lot of relationships. Oh, actually, this is another thing. Yesterday, I heard on the radio, so funny. They said, what's the date today? I don't know what the date is. 10th, 11th. I think yesterday was the 11th. They said that whatever yesterday was, which will be today for you guys in America, it said yesterday was the day of the average relationship breaks up. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Apparently, some statistic person found out that that yesterday, my yesterday, or your this afternoon, your today, you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, is the day that relationships are prone to breaking up. Not every relationship, generalizing, but they've done some stats. A lot of people on this date, yesterday, your date today, break up. And I was like, what the fuck? And you know why, guys? Think about it. The holidays. You're stressed about money. How are you going to pay for holidays? How are you going to pay for Christmas? You're not going to work. Some people don't work. In Australia, we actually close down. A lot of people close down. Like my business that I do, I mentor young adults with disabilities to want to work. I actually not that I close down, but like my clients don't want to work with me over Christmas. Go figure, right? I don't. Yeah. I mean, I would work because I don't get paid if I don't work, right? But you know, I recognise I have a lot of holidays anyway, so I don't particularly need a holiday right this minute. But I just had one. But my clients don't want to be with me at Christmas time, so I'm probably going to close down for about 2 weeks, and that means 2 weeks without pay. You know, some people live paycheck to paycheck. That's stressful. And then to have 2 weeks off, can you imagine? Like, that's stressful. I feel very, very lucky. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I just have this strange ability to save money when I'm thinking about it. I don't spend a lot of money. I'm going to be honest. I don't spend a lot of money. I mean, yes, you see me go on holidays, and next year you'll see me going on a few holidays that are quite expensive holidays. But guys, I don't have my nails done. No, don't have my eyelashes done. I don't get my eyebrows done. I dye my own roots myself. You can tell that, right? You know, I don't buy expensive clothes. I buy secondhand clothes, guys. And you know, by not drinking that much alcohol anymore, Cheryl, it saves me a lot of money. Not only does it, you know, the weight you don't have to put on your hips, but it also saves you a lot of money by not drinking alcohol. You know, a wine bottle costs you at least $20, right? Well, it does me about $20. I don't go too cheap and nasty because that gives you a really bad hangover. But like, yeah, so like I feel very, very lucky that I don't know if it was just something that I was instilled with me by my father, that he said live within your means, you know, like save for those rainy days, and yeah, live with your means. Don't be chasing, you know, the Jackson Jills and, you know, Mr. John or, you know, whatever they're called, because, you know, I don't even know who they are because I don't follow them. You know, I don't follow them. I don't need to have all the things. I might drive. Well, actually, my car's not brand new anymore. I did buy myself a brand new car, which is my first car I've ever bought brand new. I had one car for 22 years, guys. 22 years. Because I'm a cheap ass. I didn't need to. It worked. I loved it. And it worked. Why would I sell it? And when I became self-employed, it was really important to have that car because it just smelled petrol. So I was driving all around the countryside with my new job when I was self-employed, when I started being self-employed. And yeah, my car didn't cost me much to run because I've always had company cars. And between jobs, they would take the company car off you, go figure. And then I would have no car. But that's why I never sold my car. I always had this spare car. It was a pain in the ass having a spare car, always. But it served a purpose. If someone needed to borrow a car, I had a car. If a friend came to visit, they had a car to use. If I lost my job, or not lost my job, but like if I changed jobs, I had a car in between jobs. It was brilliant. And, you know, many people gave me shit about having a really old car. I loved my car. It was a Toyota Paseo. If anyone knows that car, you probably won't. It's called, Toyotas are really good cars, right? Toyota, I got really lucky buying that car. Not really lucky. I chose white, right? Toyotas have really good engines. Japanese cars are really good cars. So hence why I now have got another Japanese car. I have a Subaru. And I bought a new car, and I was a little bit very materialistic of Dora to buy that car, I must say. I did have a little bit of buyer's remorse, a little bit. But I figure that, you know, I am self-employed. I need a car that's quite, you know, a good size. I had 4 clients at the time, and my car that I had 2 seats at the back and 1 at the front, and it was a coupe. So people had to duck in and out of the car, the back seat. It was a pain in the ass. I'll be honest, it was a pain in the ass. And plus I need to be safe, right? Like I'm entrusted driving, you know, young adults around, and I need to be safe, and I need to feel safe, even though I might like feel like I drive safe. If someone hit me in a small little car, oh my God, my poor clients would not be alive. So, you know, I have to up the ante and make sure that I'm safe. So I got a Subaru Forester for a safety. It's a bit bigger, it's more comfortable. I can have 3 people in the back and 1 at the front, so I can have 5 people in my car. Like on Tuesday next week, I'm having my work Christmas party. So my clients, I'll have 4 of them in the car with me. So at least I'll feel safe driving, right? And yeah, and I did buy it for adventures, right? There's always evil adventure plans in my ideas because I love adventures, because I can sleep in this car. So one day you're going to see adventures with Dora sleeping in this car. But where I'm going to go with this about stress. So yeah, I'm going to have 2 weeks without work. I'm thinking already about next year's holidays. I'm planning to go to Bali to meet up with Paul D Australia, Jazz Nomad TV, and Nicola's Adventures. And then in September, October next year, I'm going to Africa. And that has been in the plans for a while. So I've been saving for that one for a while. I've paid for my internal flights. I've paid half of the trip already. I still have another half to play. It's an expensive trip. It's not a trip that I would normally take myself. But it's an experience that it's a once in a lifetime experience. And as a traveller, you know what? I work hard. You know, I don't have children. I'm not leaving money to anyone particular, right? I have a niece, so I'll probably leave it to her. But my mum's going to leave her money too. So she's well looked after, right? And she's got a mum and dad. So, you know, it's not like, you know, I'm planning to earn money to feed my children or, you know, my children's future. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, guys, I woke up stressed this morning. You know, how am I doing this day? You know, I've got to do this. I've got to do my taxes. This is another thing that's in my head. I've got to do my taxes. These are things going on in my head, right? But I'm not special, right? You all got things going on in your head. But what do you do? And what do you do to help calm those noises? Now, guys, obviously I'm not asking, well, I mean, I'm asking for help, yes, but at the same time, I also know what I think you already know what the answers are, right? Like, you just need to breathe, Dora. You need to, I don't know, the value of that breathing is amazing, guys. I'm just spitting everywhere, sorry. It's amazing. Like, it really is. So anyway, this morning I sent a message to my mum. I said, hey mum, I'm coming up to Mullaney. I'll be there at 10:30. And so my plan was to be up in Mullaney about 8 o'clock. I didn't leave home till 8:30, guys. So actually, guys, can you just tell me, am I still live? Because it just occurred to me, this is so funny. It just occurred to me that I went through a black spot, and normally it always cuts out there. And I'm not sure if I'm still live. I said there's 5 people there. Normally when I go through a black spot, it goes back to 0. So can someone just say hi? That way I know that I'm actually live and just not talking to myself. Okay, yes, you are live. Thank you, Debbie Sue. So, and please, if I cut out, guys, can you please put a couple of messages there going cut, 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 don't see you, cut, 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 because I will miss it, okay? I will miss it. So I'm on the highway now going up to Mullaney. It's a 3-lane highway and it is now started to go really slow. So we're going down to 60 Ks. It's normally 100 Ks. So we have some traffic ahead. So we've got some more time to have a little chat, guys, about my overthinking brain. But I think this could be, this could be handy for someone. But I think it's really important to note that I think sometimes we already know the answers, right? Like I'm in my head going, oh, come on, just calm down. Like, you've got so many things going on. And like I have, I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I've definitely got ADHD. And you know what? I embrace having ADHD. That's why I have so many adventures that I turn one afternoon into 3 adventures. And my camera phone, my camera roll is full of photos and videos from different adventures. That is my ADHD brain, and that's the reason why there's so many things popping in my head all at the same time, and I can go from one story to another story to another story and forget the first story. And that's okay, because I know some people do medicate themselves. Fine, everyone's up to their own. I choose not to want to medicate myself if I don't have to. It's never affected my jobs. I've never actually officially got fired. Well, actually, I have got fired, but I made that happen because I was starting to be self-employed and I wanted to be self-employed more, but I didn't want to quit my job because I liked the money coming in, so I needed that boost. So somehow, anyway, that's another story how I got myself fired. It's quite a funny story, actually. Remind me one day, I'll tell you that story, how Dora got fired. And I use languages in that respect to how I got fired. I'm not even going to go there. So anyway, this morning, I'm like, calm your farm, Dora. You've got a few things on, big deal. You'll get them done, right? There's also, like, to add to my confusion at home, we're renovating our house. Literally, I have to find somewhere to live for 3 months. Yep. Diego and I will be effectively homeless. I'm being dramatic, guys. I'm not going to be homeless. I mean, we could technically live in our house, but it would be not very nice because there will be no power, there'll be no water, and there'll be no sewage. Our house is getting lifted and moved. So yes, so that's a big project that's happening at the end of January, and so I have to find a house sit because it's raining now. Interesting, because we can't live in the house. So there's a bit of stress here, guys. And I'm probably should have done that. I was supposed to do an ad for Facebook house. I was looking for a photo of me and Diego. I don't have one on my phone camera roll. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll steal it from Facebook. So, guys, when I get up to Mullaney, that is what I'm going to do. When I say this, I'm putting it out to the universe because I'm telling myself that I'm going to do this. So, when I get up to Mullaney, I will get a photo from Facebook of Diego and I, download that, and I'll upload that to a Facebook house sitting group, putting the dates that we're looking for a house sit, and my little story, which I made funny, of course. So, anyway, so one thing how I deal with my stress is I voice note. I don't know if you guys are into it, but voice noting for me is a way of hearing what you're talking things out. You know what they say, like, sharing is caring. So, like, if you share with your friends, I try not to dump on my friends too much because I'm a lot, and I have a lot of things going on. Like, if I actually had to dump with you right now, I'd be telling you about my house, talking about my health, my exercise regime, my work, my taxes, my dad's book, my taxes that I still owe. Oh my God, that's the big one on my head at the moment. I'll be dumping a lot of stuff. My friends will be like, "What the fuck? Like, Woodiara, like, take some time off and just deal with your shit." So I'm quite happy that at the moment one of my clients is unwell, so I've actually had a couple of days off this work this week. So I've been doing my stuff. So normally Dora is 3 months behind in her invoicing. That causes me lots of stress. And guess what? Dora is up to date. Guess what happened this morning? Why I'm late to leave the house this morning? Because Dora was updating her invoice for work I did yesterday. So Dora, tick, tick. Like, I'm really proud of you. Like, that's just amazing. And like the dictionaries that I'm delivering today, I did an invoice. I sent an email saying that I'll be on my way up there today to give them the books, and then I had to print the invoice out and then get the books out of my car, out of the house, and and then I'm trying to get rid of a whole lot of stuff out of the house too. And my mum used to live in this house once upon a time, so I'm giving her some china that was stuck in a cupboard for a million years that I didn't want. So she wants it. So I've got, that's what's clanging in the back of my car at the moment. Clang, clang, clang. Plates and china cups and gravy boats and stuff. So I'm delivering that to her. Mum in exchange is going to make me some yummy food for lunch. I can't wait. I had to ring her and say, Mum, I won't be there at brunch. I'll be there more at lunch. Because it's 9:15 at the moment. So I'm not going to get up to Maleny till about 10 o'clock. And then I'm going to do some platypus chasing. So guys, I will start another live, completely different, not talking about this dribble at all. We will just be walking and looking for platypuses. That is what we're going to do. So platypus, if you've ever heard of a platypus, is only found in Australia. They're this weird mammal. It's amazing. They are the only mammal that lay eggs and give milk to their youngs. It's amazing. 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 They can make pancakes. So, I don't know, I should say that. It's really funny. And I haven't seen platypuses for ages, and I can't wait. It's probably been about 2 months. 2 months since I've been the platypus. I can't wait. So where I was going with this was, normally when I'm doing a drive, like I love to drive. A long drive is fun for me. I'll catch up with talking to my friends on the phone, but I will also voice note myself. So I have a recording device on my phone. Most iPhones have it. I use the free one that comes with the phone, and it's like a diary, dear diary. And I literally just talk away, like I'm just talking to myself right now, literally. Yep, this happened, blah 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 blah. So and I find it really therapeutic. So if I'm really stressed, that's what I'll do. I'll go for a drive. I'll put my voice recorder on, and I will just brain dump. And yeah, so I'm about to do a turn off. In how long will it turn off? I know, got a little bit. Because as soon as when I do the turn off, I will probably start going out of range, guys, because I'm starting to go into the mountains. And of course, when you go in the mountains, the phone signal doesn't stay. And that's okay. So guys, all I'm saying is, guys, look after yourself. Find ways to help with your stress.